Hey everybody, it's Tammy from Wisconsin. How you doing tonight? Hey, the Packers won on Saturday night. That's always a good day in our household. Yeah, I love those Packers. I mean, they didn't do that good the Saturday night before, but they're looking good. I'm thinking of instead of having Fun Friday, maybe make it Football Friday, and we'll talk about football. I mean, you can't be from Wisconsin without being a Packer fan. So, anywho, tonight I want to talk about how to set a clear intention. Last week I talked about how important it was to set a clear intention. And remember, we're not talking about goal setting here, it's what you intend to happen. So, the first thing you need to do is what I asked you to do last week when we talked about the importance of setting a clear intention was write it down. Just start dreaming. Anything that comes to your mind. A lot of people, since we were kids and stuff like that, the older you get, it seems like the less dreaming we do. You know, um, just put whatever comes to your mind on that list. Nobody's going to look at that list but you. So have some fun. Whatever comes to your mind. If it's a new house, a new car, maybe it's just about having more time. Just write everything down. And then once you get that list down, look through it. And now what you want to do is take the stuff on there and write it out in detail. If it's a new car, what kind of car is it? What year is it? What color is it? Years ago, somebody said, never make it about money. It doesn't work if you just put a money down there that I want to make $15,000 next month. And I never could figure that out because most people, the reason why they want to start their own home-based business or do anything, it usually starts with money, right? We got to be honest about that. But it's if you think about it, it really isn't about the money. It's what the money can buy you. And the big thing about not putting the money on there is because what you want to do in the next step is once you get the details down, you're gonna start want to do visualization. And how do you visualize money? There you want to use all five of your senses. So once you get the more detail that you get down into when you set a clear intention, the more details you get in there, then the next steps of visualizing is going to be that much easier. Let me give you, for instance, one of our big goals is a new home. And we always wanted a log home. So that was our first intention that we put down. Okay, it's going to be a log home. We wanted a bigger home so our kids could come home and visit. We'd have a lot of room for family to visit. And we wanted in the middle of nowhere. We wanted on a lake. And we want lots of property because we want the privacy. I don't want I don't want to see my neighbors. I don't want to hear my neighbors. I just want a big piece of property. So we got online and we found a property that we wanted, and it just so happened there was a log home. It has a couple ponds on it. It's in the mountains, and all the details that we could get into were in this property that we found. The next step then is, like I said, is the visualization. I can close my eyes and put myself on that patio. And I did this visualization. I do it every morning and every night. And then sometimes I've done it with other people and walk them through my visualization because, well, it's got to be people that are part of it. So one Saturday morning, I was talking to our son Stefan on the phone. I said, let's go have a cup of coffee on the patio. So that's what we did. We both closed our eyes. We were on the phone. He had some weird coffee that he liked, Frappuccino something. And so that was one of our intentions, is to make sure our home has Frappuccino or whatever kind of coffee he wanted. Me, give me a nice, black, dark, good cup of coffee. No goofy crap in it, but he's got all his crappy stuff in there. So that was our first thing that we talked about, is the coffee makers that we're going to have. And we went out and we sat down on the patio, and I could smell the fresh mountain air. And I could see Stefan sitting next to me. I could touch his hand. I could pick up the cup of coffee, smell the coffee, feel the warmth as it went through my body. I could see an eagle flying across the mountain. Do you see how once you have a lot of detail in your intention, the more real it becomes in your mind? Because when you're imagining stuff like this, It's not about dreaming anymore. Your mind can't tell the difference between imagining something and if we were really sitting on that patio. I mean, Stefan and I talked for a good half hour on the phone about all the details that we put into this intention. And once we opened our eyes, we felt like we were there. It was that real. And it's not that that visualization is all of a sudden, poof, it's going to create it. It's not, doing visualization isn't like rubbing a genie in a bottle. I remember the movie Secret where the guy was sitting in his lazy boy chair and imagining his car, and poof, there was a car in a driveway. No. What it does, though, is you're giving your mind instructions. This is what I am creating. And your mind is going to find ways to create what's in it, what you've loaded, that information you give it. And then you're going to have motivation to accomplish your intentions then. After I hung up the phone with Stefan, boy, did I go to work on our business, and everything was more clear to me. And your mind will see opportunities. It's funny because Leanne and I have been talking about a new car, and we've told everybody we want to get a Nissan Altima. All of a sudden, you start seeing Nissan Altimas, the different colors, what style you want. You get that clear in your mind. Your mind's going to find a way to create that intention. You give it orders, and that little machine, your computer in your head is far, far, far more sophisticated than the computer that you're working on right now. There's no way it's going to touch it. So give your mind that opportunity. So step one is just go nuts. Writing down whatever you want to intend to create to happen. Step two, put some priorities in there. Start writing detailed descriptions of what you want to set as a clear intention. Step three, visualize. Once you get that visualization down, get your 5 senses involved in that visualization, motivation, massive action begins to happen. Your mind takes massive action, you start taking massive actions. And that's how it's not just sitting in a lazy boy chair dreaming about what you wanted. It's being clear about your intentions, setting that clear intention, visualizing, and then take massive action. There's a reason right now you are watching this video. There's no such thing as coincidence. You are watching this video because you were meant to be. Somebody out there has set a clear intention that they want to start their own home-based business. They want to work with Lan and I. They want to work with somebody that's going to help them create their clear intention. There's a reason why you're here, and it's time to take massive action. So below, if you want the more details on how to set a clear intention, I put the blog in there. There's a link to our blog in there. There'll be a link to get more information if you believe you're in the right place at the right time. I believe you're here for that very purpose. There's people out there that were meant to hear this message on how to set a clear intention. And if you want to join right now, that link is down there too. So have a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, and have fun.